Welcome back, fight fans. Welcome back. Let's just dig right into it. Jaime Munguia listed his top 5 fighters at 154 pounds. So I just wanted to get into it and break it down. Now, his list consists of Jaime Munguia as number 1. Number 2 is Jarrett Hurd. Number 3 would be Tony Harrison. Number 4 would be Jermell Charlo, and number 5 would be Brian Castano. Now, in my particular list, the way I would do it for the IBFP is I would have to put Jarrett Swift Hurd at number 1 because Jarrett Swift Hurd is a unified world champion. He's more experienced than Jaime Munguia, and so I would put him there for now. But I believe Jaime Munguia will eventually get to the point where he ellipses Jarrett Swift Hurd, but at this very moment, I have to be unbiased and put Hurd at number 1. I have to put Jaime Munguia at number 2 because these guys are both undefeated fighters. They're both world champions. So Jarrett Swift Hurd 1, Jaime Munguia 2. Number 3 would have to be Tony Harrison. He's another world champion. Number 4 would have to be Jermell Charlo, and number 5 would be Brian Castano. So those are my top 5 at 154 pounds. I think these guys would all make great fights. I think that Jaime Munguia is still a little bit green and not ready for a guy like a Jarrett Swift Hurd, but he's experienced enough because he has had a multitude of fights. He is 31-0 with 26 knockouts, and he's only 22 years old. I think he's progressed in his last 3 fights dramatically. And so at this point, I see continuous improvement from Jaime Munguia fight by fight. I think a perfect fight for him, especially to raise his profile, would be against a Jermell Charlo. I think that he would easily demolish Jermell Charlo. I know a lot of guys say, well, he might not be ready for that type of challenge. You have to look at who Jermell Charlo is, and the reason why I say that. I don't think Jaime is ready for a Jarrett Hurd as of yet. I think he might need a little more time this season, so I would give Jaime Munguia until 2020 before he takes on a Jarrett Hurd. But as far as the Jermell Charlo at this point, I think that he's completely ready for that fight because Jermell Charlo is going to look to headhunt. And against a guy who's a big, strong puncher and who's a pressure fighter and a boxer puncher like Jaime Munguia, who's continuing to improve, I think that would be disaster for Jermell Charlo. I think Jaime Munguia wins that fight easily, but once again, I have to be unbiased. My top 5 can't consist of Jermell Charlo in the top 3. Because of the fact that he's just taken a loss. He's not undefeated and he's not a world champion. Tony Harrison can't be number 1 or number 2 because he's already been stopped before. And so the 2 undefeated world champions have to be Jarrett Swift Hurd and Jaime Munguia. Please put your top 5 in our comments, and please share, like, and you must absolutely subscribe.